Okay, Algebra 1, we are going to look at page number 6 today. Questions, 14 through 18. Haven't taught you 14, haven't taught you 18, but we're going to talk about them. So here we go. Actually, you should know 18. Number 14, this is a formula that I have talked about several times, okay? It is important for you to know this one. This is the starting amount. You're starting at $12,000. In those parentheses, it is always 1 plus or minus. Plus if the amount is going up, minus if the amount is going down, a rate. Okay, that's your rate. And then we study it for a certain amount of time. So what we really need to pay attention to in those parentheses is that it's just 0.75. So what do you have to do to the number 1 in order to end up at 75 cents? You have to subtract, right? What do you have to subtract? Well, if you have $1, what do you have to subtract in order to end at 75 cents? You have to subtract 25 cents. So this is all telling you that this amount is going down because it's less than 1, and it's going down by 25% because that's what you have to subtract in order to end at 0.75. So if you take a look at these 4 choices, again, it started at $12,000, it decreased by 25%. All right, so when you take a look at this, which statement is true? The motorcycle cost $9,000? No, it didn't. This is the starting amount. The motorcycle cost $12,000? Yes, it did. There's an answer. The motorcycle's value is decreasing at a rate of 75%? No, it's decreasing by 25%. And then the motorcycle's value is decreasing at a rate of 0.25%. Nope. When you change a decimal into a percentage, boop, boop, you move it 2 places. So 0.25 is 25%. They wanted to trick you there. So be careful. Okay? Taking a look at number 15, the solutions to this are blank, 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 blank. Okay? One way you can do this quickly and very easily is you could end solve it. All right? But I'm just going to show you. If I solve this, I'm going to add 2. So those are gone. So we've got x plus 4 squared equals 9. By the way, this is not the only way to solve it. This is just the fastest way. I'm going to get to this squared, get rid of it, by square rooting. So that and that go away. Now remember, there's 2 answers to a square root, positive and negative. So the last thing I'm going to do is take away 4. So here we go. Negative 4 plus 3. So negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. And then we're going to do minus. Negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7. There's your 2 answers, negative 1 and negative 7. Again, N solve would have done that one for you really nicely. Okay, which expression is not equivalent to this polynomial? So what we want to do is we want to basically take a look at these 4 and simplify them out, okay? So if I take a look at number 1, we're going to distribute that through, all right? That is negative 4x to the third, distribute, plus x squared. Okay, and then we're going to do this. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6x, and negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. Sorry, we compare these two. Those are the same. We're looking for which one is not. Gone. Okay, here we go. Distribute through. Negative 4x to the third. Distribute that through. Negative x squared, right? Distribute that through. Plus 6x plus 8. Ooh. That's not right. That's not right. This sign is wrong. This sign is wrong. This one is not equivalent. You should probably check the other ones while you're sitting on a Regents, because remember, you got to sit there for 2 hours anyway, so you might as well check them. Okay, number 17, which situation could be modeled as linear? Now remember, guys, linear grows at a constant rate. Percentages are not linear. okay? Doubling is not linear. Fractions is basically a percent, okay? Not linear. 2 liters of water evaporate from a pool every day. So on one day it's 2 liters, the next day it's 2 liters, the next day it's 2 liters, the next day it's 2 liters. That's your constant rate. And last but not least, number 18, range. Fancy word for the Y values. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at that graph so I can find the range. Ooh, oh, this is why I crossed it off. This is why, because it's an absolute value graph. Okay, so when you come over here, okay, let's try to get my lights so they're not in it. That's a little bit better. The absolute value is in this button right here. Oh, it's highlighted. So the absolute value, x plus 3. Get out of the absolute value, minus 5. All right, here is the look of that graph. I love absolute value. If I actually taught you, I'd be like absolute value, value starts with a V, and look at, it's a V. So you're looking for the range. That means you're looking at the Y values of this graph. How low does it go and how high does it go? Well, if you look, it definitely has a low spot. And then this graph would go on and on and on and on forever. So we basically have to figure out what is the lowest spot that this graph hits down here. Well, you could probably count, but I'm going to trace it. There it is. There's the minimum. And how low did it go? It went down to -5. Okay? It went down to -5. So if you look at this, it went down to -5. Oh, these two are no good. This symbol means there was a coordinate at -5. This one means you didn't quite get to it, or there would be an open circle on the graph. We did have a coordinate on -5. I know that's kind of weird, guys. That's called interval notation. So there's page number 6. If you guys have any questions, let me know.